So, welcome to bonus brew number 8. I'm Bilko.
I'm Brennan.
And don't know how this one came about, but I'm going to pass it over to you for this one, big man.
Well, it came about through a nice wee freebie for a good mate of ours, who's constantly mentioned on this, but one of our backstreet beer deals involving Mr. Dom from Coleship. So many thanks, Dom. And it's Chubbles II. It's a Cloudwater brew company in collaboration with the Vale Brewing Company, and it's an Imperial IPA, double New England. Discovering Pilgrimus is the second journey of a little buddy Chubbles. Just like the original batch of Chubbles, this series was brewed in collaboration with Vale Brewing Company, clocking in at 8%. This dipper was brewed hopped with an astronomical amount of Galaxy, Citra, Enigma, Amarillo, and Vic Secret. So, look forward to it. Big hitter, 8%. So, I look forward to it.
Cheers, Dom.
And unfortunately, I don't have any glassware. So, if you get any glassware kicking about, Dom, go and use some. Because I'm having to use the Gamma glass here. I was getting pelters off Bilko for my washing up routine where I managed to smash every glass at one time or another.
I'm down to my last 2.
I gave you 6. That's the problem. I should have kept 5 and gave you 1. Right. But anyway, that looks and smells.
It looks and smells sensational, man.
That does look
sensational.
My
goodness me. Can't wait to get my nashers around this.
Aye,
Cheers.
Definitely. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it just smells like a
hempy. Yeah, there's a hempy element there. Oh. Oof. That's a whopper.
I feel that recently, initial thoughts, Brenny, I just want to say this immediately.
Yep.
We spoiled ourselves. Well, you spoiled us with a Gamma, and then it took a wee while, didn't it? And then just recently, the UK's come firing back at it.
Oh,
this is amazing.
There's so much going on with that. Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, not that we pay attention to rankings, but this is apart from Ian Rankin, of course, our good friend. But this has got a massive score in it, and I can see why, mate. It's definitely a lot more hoppy in it.
A massive score well. We've not scored it yet, so a massive score well.
I've seen it massive.
Untapped? Are you talking about Untapped?
Well, it's the only place I could find anything about it, mate.
That's fair enough. I'm going to shade it a bit. I take it must be a quite a limited release, because you couldn't even see anything on the Cloudwater site itself about it.
That is phenomenal.
Nice.
It is. I mean, compared to the kind of creaminess of the overtones I've been trying recently, and we've been trying recently, it's definitely a lot more there. And overtone can be hoppy. But for the Imperial IPAs, we've tried like compare it to the Plur and the Ooft, it's a lot more hoppy. And the taste.
I would say, but then again, when you look at Galaxy, Citra, Enigma, Amarillo, and Vic Secret, that's probably why you're getting a 5-way hop. It's great. It's great. It's been a wee while since I actually tried one of the double IPAs that came in like that. It has been more juicy, more sort of refines, where you're not getting the alcohol, whereas you definitely get a wee bit of the, you're only a strength of there. With it. Not in a bad way, just in a noticeable initial, you definitely know.
The aftertaste, Brenny, is definitely that's an 8%er. Which I like, because that's actually...
I want to be respected. Definitely want to be respected.
Yeah, I'll not be... But yeah, at the same time...
But at the same time, want to be respected, but at the same time, it has got those qualities where you can carry away drinking it, you know? It's...
Mate, at the same time, it's got the tannability factor.
Yes.
Oh, I like as well. Nice 440 ml can. The colour is just sensational,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Cheers, man. Cheers.
Definitely.
Mm. Now, Cloudwater. Obviously, we've not really discussed them before on the show, but they've got an outstanding reputation. We need to be doing Cloudwater at some point, Brenny. We must have. We've got enough brewers lined up to bloody do about 100 podcasts, haven't we?
I've been saying this. That's what we've been saying for weeks and months and whatever else. At least we've got a wee schedule going forward now, where we know where we're going week to week, week to week. So it's good that way. It's good that way that we're actually targeting what we're doing going forward. So I'm enjoying that. And a wee special on the Cloudwater would be very good.
I think this is a lot more. I mean, it's not as for me anyway. Well, it's definitely not as citric. It's still obviously got the citric qualities, right? But it's not as like citrusy as maybe, like for example, the Plur or the Oof that we've had off camera. I do like it, man. Dare I say it? It's more Scandinavian tasting, mate. This one for me, if that makes sense to you. It's more kind of. It's no a million miles away from Gamma.
It's got a lot of the encrypted dimensions about it, but not. I don't think it's as. For me, it's not as rounded a body on it. I don't know what it is. It's just it's no. It's a lovely taste, and there's no doubt about it. It's going to score well, but the actual body of the beer doesn't get down as well for me. I'm noticing maybe. Again, it might be the can, might be whatever else, might be the process of the can. But it definitely, to me, I've got that overriding. I know this is a big hitter, whereas a lot of the double IPAs I've had recently, I've spoken about being able to, if I didn't know about them, I'd be able to session them, whereas I know right away I couldn't session that. And it's not down to the taste, it's down to the alcohol content that I know is there. And I know I can taste it, which is slightly where I've been coming from with the other ones where I can't. I'd no knowledge yet, whereas there is a wee kick to that. But it's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely beer. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It's up there. It's up there with the great beers already this year. But in February, midway through February, we're already talking about beers of the year and stuff. You know, so we've already had.
We're just going to change your name, mate, to Brenny 9 out of 10.
I enjoy life and I enjoy drinking. I enjoy life and I enjoy drinking, so I can't help it if I score high.
Do you know what?
That's the way I look at life. Go for the high scores. Go for the high scores.
100%, mate.
Everywhere in life. Every element of life.
Mate, I will point out as well, obviously Brenny mentioned it there, it was like, we've done the back alley beer deal, as we like to call them. And it was really nice of Dom to put a couple of cans in this for him. For his, it was only canned on the 10th of February, Brenny, you know what I mean? So this is still quite fresh.
Do you know that might be the freshness of it that I'm critical at? And I don't want to be critical. And I don't think I'm being critical. I can notice, I do notice after the initial hot bomb, there's a noticeable alcohol content that I'm not as familiar with recently because everything's settled a wee bit more, and it might well just be down to how fresh it is, because that is fresh. Do you know what I mean?
But
that's very fresh. That is very fresh. Mate, that's not a bad thing.
9 days old. Obviously sitting in the fridge, mate. I totally get where you're coming from, but mate, you could argue you want that if you're drinking an 8%. You know what I mean?
Listen, and that's maybe down to.
Is it that?
Maybe I prefer that to what I've been experiencing with the imported stuff I've been getting from Copenhagen, which is just so juicy and so.
You like that?
There's good things in both. There was an overtone one. There was an overtone one that we did. I think we commented on that as well. That we thought it was a wee bit.
Oh, it was the very heavy Imperial last bus to Yoker, man. It was too.
That was it. Which I thought, if you're that's probably a similar thing. So it might well be that it's just how fresh it is, that it's that fresh that it's boom, and I'm noticing a difference in taste and stuff.
You're
There's
getting
no
a,
second.
you're getting a wee. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely getting a wee tingle in my mouth,
Oh,
mate.
and there's nothing about it. I mean, there's nothing about it that you don't want to drink. I mean, it's a really, really interesting taste and lovely beer. Lovely beer. I don't think it's the body of it. It's the body of it that I'm not finding is rounded. But again, it's as you said, is it maybe that it's so fresh that that's what it should be like, and everything else we've been getting when we're comparing it, the stuff we're comparing it to. Definitely a great beer. Definitely a great beer.
Do you know, actually, you're right. It's like when you compare it to some of the others, and again, I mean, we've never ever, well, we've not reviewed Ooft other than have it or wrecked at very early days at the end of a podcast. We've not, but when I know I was very impressed with that. Arguably, had we done a bonus brew on Ooft, would be like, whoa, best ever. But Ooft's obviously a refined beer. It's taken several attempts to get to that stage, if you know what I mean. Whereas I don't know if this is the second incarnation of it. I noticed as well there's a Chubbles 3 kicking about, which is
That's a tipper, isn't it?
yeah,
It's the triple one.
the mega Imperial one. So I don't know if this is still at that stage where it's. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's bloody brilliant. It's good.
That's the thing. I think sometimes you've got to just stop thinking too much about it and actually go, do you know what? Do I like it? Do I know? And I do like it. It's a great beer. It's just, you start thinking well, I've tried that, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried this. So what am I comparing it with? And what do I prefer? As your own taste, Some people would probably think that's exactly how it should be. Whereas I think possibly I would prefer to try this 3 weeks down the line, sitting in my fridge, because I think the actual body and the stuff that I like, the creaminess almost would maybe have came into being, and the juiciness, like it's not taste wise, it's great. It's how the liquid actually just is in the mouth and down the throat. And that's what I'm not convinced about, whether it might well be that it's just we could have maybe waited a while today. But listen, that's not a criticism. That's just a point I note. I'm not going to base it on my whole review on that. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, I think as well, it's a Friday night. You've got your shifts coming up, etc. This was a good time to try it, as far as I'm concerned. And if
I agree with you.
I wouldn't pay people off buying it at all, mate. In fact, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go for it. Go on, you go.
I'll go first, just for editing, right? So yes, I would buy it again. I mean, we've sat here. We've been maybe. You've got to take into account we've been drinking 9 out of 10 beers of this style all the time. So, but I would definitely buy it again. Price point, not going to lie, Dom gave us it, so I'm absolutely delighted about the price point. But I would buy it again. I would certainly buy it again. Would I session it? No a chance in hell of me session that. Would I? I definitely. I would prefer to buy another one in a few weeks, if that makes sense. That's what I'm going to say on that. So I'm not completely saying no session it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying with that, viewers.
Yep.
Score-wise, it's not as strong as the Plur or the Putty, which was had, or indeed the Ooft that we've been drinking off camera. So for me, it's still a perfectly quaffable beer. Conscious it might be a tad green, perhaps, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a score of 8.25. However, I would like to maybe taste one again, and I'll maybe put it up on Instagram or whatever and tell you what my score is after a few weeks, if that makes sense, Jay.
It does. That makes a lot of sense.
Right, so sorry about that, big man. I waffled on as usual, mate.
Not at all, not at all. I think you've got to qualify what you're saying and by your tasting. I agree with you a hell of a lot to an extent. I'm just not convinced with the body of it. It just feels a bit watery to me, right? And that's not a criticism because the taste's lovely. The tastes are what you want, but there's something within it that I'm getting that strength of alcohol that I've not been getting from other beers. And that's dictating my whole sort of thoughts along this at the moment. And it's not a bad beer in any stretch of the imagination. It's an absolute fucking fantastic beer. I'm not sure of the price point because we're going for nothing, so I'm not even going to fucking take that into consideration. It's a freebie for us from someone who's completely not connected with that brewery, so we can still score it independently. And what I'm saying is that would I buy it again? Yeah, because I want to try it again. Would I sesh it again? 8%, I'd buy another one, definitely. And I'm going to buy another one further down the line, maybe a couple of weeks down the line. If I can get a hold of it, I'll be buying another one because it is a good beer. I want to try it again. Score-wise, I don't want to sound as if I'm criticising because I'm not. And it isn't a criticism at all. But what I've said about it is how I feel about it right now. That I do think that the body of it isn't fully developed. And I do think it's probably, given what was that, 11 days old in the can? Since canning?
9 days old.
9 days old. If I'd known that, I'd say keep it in the fridge for another 2 weeks, to be honest with you. I didn't realise it was that fresh. But fresh beer's good. So I'm really stuck with the score, to be honest, because I don't want to sound as if I'm slagging it, and I'm not. I'm going to get an 8 out of 10. I'm going to get an 8 out of 10. And that's, I think, with the view yourself and possibly a wee Instagram update when we get a can and leave it a wee bit longer. Because I don't think this is fully what it is. I think there's a lot going to be coming out of that, like with regards how it's going to end up. But I think we maybe a wee bit jumped the gun with it.
Yeah. It shows you the quality of beers that we've been having, Brenny, doesn't it? We're like judging them. 8 out of 10 is a shite score. It's a fucking brilliant score.
Listen, and I agree, and I don't want, I'm not ready for Cloudwater or Veal Brewing, I'm ever going to fucking look at this, but if they did, I would never want them to think I was slagging them as a brewery, because it's a fantastic beer. It is an absolute fantastic beer that I'm recommending to people to try. I just don't think it's got that finished quality that it's maybe just in it how fresh it is.
Aye.
I think we're more used to getting cans that are a couple of weeks further down the line, other than some of the overtone that we get, which you get the next day after it's canned. But the sort of the big hitters that we've really liked, the Gamma, the encrypted dimensions and stuff, and there is a lot of encrypted dimensions in that, by the way. And that's where I'm swithering on it, because encrypted dimensions, as you know, I found that a fantastic beer. I was lucky enough to get 4 or 5 of them over the course of that wee spell that we were getting the Gamma. So,
Benny,
listen, I'm actually sitting here going, I can't believe I've actually just scored that 8 out of 10, because the further I get into it, I'm enjoying it more.
It's dynamite, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.